والنجم إذا هوى ما ضل صاحبكم وما غوى.
But you know all of this, you know why I put this under the ayah فَلِلَّهِ الْآخِرَةُ وَالْأُولَى? Let me tell you what this ayah means. Allah alone owns the final end and the ultimate beginning. The ultimate beginning and the ultimate end is owned exclusively by Allah. Why is this ayah right after أَمْلِ الْإِنسَانِ مَا تَمَنَّى? What's the connection? What human beings wish is right now. Your wishes, your thoughts, your drunken state, your delusion is right now. It's now. And because I'm so drunk in the right now, I don't contemplate what happened in the very beginning when Allah put Adam alayhi salam on this earth. And I don't think about what's coming in the akhirah. I don't look back and I don't look ahead. All I'm thinking about is what? Right now. And Allah says, أَمْ لِلْإِنسَانِ مَا تَمَنَّى فَلِلَّهِ الْآخِرَةُ وَالْأُولَى. What is the Quran doing? It takes you far ahead and shows you Judgment Day, and it takes you far back and it shows you the previous nations and the prophets. And it shows you the beginnings of humanity. All of it to give you perspective of where you are. If you don't know where you came from and you don't know where you're headed, that means you're lost. That means you have no sense of identity. If you weren't able to tell me where you came from, what your origin is, then you have amnesia. If you're not able to tell me where you're going, then you're insane. Where are you going? I don't know. What are you doing here? I don't know. Where did you come from? I don't remember. But I really want a sandwich. That sounds like you're at an insane asylum. This is what Allah is describing here. Someone who's drunk might be like this, right? The many have to do with being drunk also. They have no idea what they're doing in life. And this has become a common thing. What do you want to do with your life, young man? I don't know. Well, do you know anything about, your dad's life? I don't know. Ask him. You know nothing about the past. You want to know nothing about the future. No sense of identity. فَلِلَّهِ الْآخِرَةُ وَالْأُولَى. Allah owns that early beginning that you have forgotten. And you can forget the akhirah too, but it still belongs with Allah. Meaning where you began and where you will end belongs with Allah. You can be drunk all you want. It's like this one of my favorite ayats about this reality. إِنَّكَ كَادِحٌ إِلَىٰ رَبِّكَ كَدْحًا فَمُلَاقِيهِ. You are marching towards your master and you will meet him. You can go do drugs. You can go drink alcohol. You can go commit adultery. You can do whatever. You can believe, not believe, pray, not pray. You're still heading towards your Rabb. And you will meet him. There is nobody who will not meet him. You will meet him. فَمُلَاقِيهِ. So he says, فَلِلَّهِ الْآخِرَةُ وَالْأُولَى. Knowing that Allah owns the akhirah, by the way, it helps the believer deal with tamanni. Because you and I also have things we wish for. We have things we want in this life, and we can't have them. There are things that are holding us back. There are dhuruf, there are circumstances that prevent my wishes from being fulfilled. And I'm a believer, I trust in Allah, I love Allah, I pray to Allah, but I'm still unfulfilled. That's a reality. And you know what? When Allah says, فَلِلَّهِ الْآخِرَةُ وَالْأُولَى, the people who respect the ula and the people who believe in the akhirah, they will get what their tamanni was. They will actually have it. They can get what they wished for and more. Allah knows what you were wishing for, and in the end, He will give you what you were wishing for. Allah knows the deprivation you experienced. He knows it. The difference between you and the non-believer is they have deprivation and they think they can fulfill it, but after fulfilling it, they still have deprivation. And then they suffer with a new deprivation because this life is actually about some level of deprivation. Remember when we were talking about Jannatul Ma'wa, it was the same concept. The only garden where you actually have refuge from all this deprivation is with Allah. That's Jannatul Ma'wa. All the Jannat here, they'll still leave some tamanni in your heart. It's not going to fill you. It's not going to fill me. أَمْ لِلْإِنسَانِ مَا تَمَنَّى فَلِلَّهِ الْآخِرَةُ.
Beguina TV doesn't just teach you about the Quran. You can also learn Arabic from a brilliant teacher. Ustad Nouman Ali Khan has made this beautiful ancient language easy to understand. So you're not only improving your language skills, but your understanding of the Quran too. Tap now to check out Beguina TV.
The only garden where you actually have refuge from all this deprivation is with Allah. That's Jannatul Ma'wa. All the Jannat here, they'll still leave some tamanni in your heart. It's not going to fill you. It's not going to fill me. أم للإنسان ما تمنى فلله الآخرة والأولى وكم من ملك في السماوات. Now we finally get to the Akhirah. لا تغني شفاعتهم شيئا. How many angels there are in the sky? By the way, the first sky has angels, the second has angels, the third has angels, the fourth, the fifth, the sixth, the seventh, flooded with angels. The earth has angels. You know what? The population of angels is much, 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 much greater than the population of human beings. Our population is nothing compared to the population of angels. Even just on earth, for each one of us, there's two. Kiraman Katibin. And even they have shifts. Kiraman Katibin. Even they have shifts. And then there's Hafadha, a legion of guardian angels for each person. Yursilu alaykum Hafadha. And that's not even the sky, that's just the earth. Then there's the angels in the first sky. And then the second, and the third, and the fourth, and the fifth, and the sixth. And each one of those skies is infinitely bigger than the first sky. And they're all finite. And then there are angels that are doing tawaf of the arsh of Allah, making istighfar for the believers. حافين حول العرش يستغفرون. للذين آمنوا. They're hovering, they're going around the arsh, and any one of them that goes once never comes back again because it's infinitely large. And they're making istighfar for believers. All of those angels, Allah says, لا تغني شفاعتهم شيئا. Their shafa'ah will be of no benefit at all. Now, what does shafa'ah mean? Shafa'ah means to put in a good word for somebody. To put in a good word for somebody, or to prevent someone from getting in trouble. If your father was about to yell at you, one of you men, and your mother came in, मेरा बेटा है छोड़, इसकी बस थोड़ा सा ख्याल कर लें, आज बस देखें, गलती हो गई ना, आपका भी तो बेटा है. I know, sorry, Urdu, sorry. Okay. Bunai. So then, when she did that, you know what she just did? She did shafa'ah. She got in the way, saved you from trouble. That's shafa'ah. When somebody, in Muslim countries, you can get a job, not from your resume, but from your connections. By the way, that's also happening in America, by the way. Let's not pretend. But it definitely happens. It happens more openly in the Muslim world, right? So when somebody gets you a job through their connection, what have they done? Shafa'ah. When you get a hookup, that's a shafa'ah. I had shafa'ah for the World Cup Morocco game. I knew somebody who knew somebody. And got me a ticket. I couldn't get shafa'ah enough to sit next to Khabib, though I tried. My shafa'ah wasn't high enough. But the point is, the idea of shafa'ah with Allah is that Allah will judge you on Judgment Day, but these angels are so close to Allah, they're daughters of God, they will get in the way and they will make the case. And shafa'ah is both for this life and the next life in their belief, meaning we're going to ask these angels to send rain, they'll make a case to God, and rain will happen. That's our shafa'ah in this life. And then there's the shafa'ah in the next life. But more accurately, I believe this is talking about the next life. By the way, shafa' is the opposite of watr in Arabic, the secondary meaning. Watr means odd number or singular. Shafa' means pair. Shafa'ah means this person is paired with me, so if you like me, go easy on them. So the idea of shafa' is that. That's where the shafa'ah concept comes from. Like literally connection of two, right? Allah says how many angels there are in the sky whose shafa'ah will be of no benefit at all. They can make whatever. If all the angels in the sky begged Allah to forgive you, and Allah decided not to forgive you, then none of those angels' shafa'ah will be of any benefit. It changes my view on, brother, please make dua for me. You make dua for me. I'm like, oh, okay. If all of the angels were doing it, and it wouldn't be enough. We should make dua for each other. But if you're doing all kinds of haram stuff and then saying, I'm just going to make that guy to make dua for me, that's not going to work. That's not going to work. Because once you're messing with Allah and you think some other creation of Allah, you can go to them and then the problem will be solved. None of the angels together couldn't do it. إِلَّا مِن بَعْدِ أَن يَأْذَنَ اللَّهُ, except after Allah might give permission. Actually, the idhan notes are after, so I'll give you that first.